Now, let's talk about OpenAI and ChatGPT. Nowadays, almost everybody in the world has heard about OpenAI. OpenAI is a company focused on developing and promoting friendly artificial intelligence that benefits humanity. They publish research on various topics from reinforcement learning and robotics to natural language processing, and lots of those research projects are open source. It has also released a series of excellent AI models, and the most famous one is ChatGPT. What is ChatGPT exactly? In the last video, we talked about what GPT is. It's a model used to produce text. Even though ChatGPT is just a product name of OpenAI's natural language processing models, you can also treat it as the meaning of chat using GPT. ChatGPT is on its fourth generation now, the GPT-4. It evolved from GPT, the first generation, then GPT-2, GPT-3, GPT 3.5. This is what ChatGPT is based on, and then GPT-4. Now, on the official ChatGPT webpage, the free users can only access the GPT 3.5 model, whereas paid users can access both the GPT 3.5 and the GPT-4 models. The paid plan is called ChatGPT Plus, $20 per month. I'll discuss whether you should consider subscribing to ChatGPT Plus later. Let's talk a little bit more about those GPT generations. The first GPT model was just called GPT, not GPT-1. It didn't have a generation number associated with it. It was introduced in 2018 by OpenAI in the article Improving Language Understanding by Generative Pretraining. It's trained on the book corpus dataset with 170 million parameters. The characteristic of this version is to pre-train a large amount of unsupervised data and to fine-tune specific tasks to achieve natural language processing. Briefly speaking, it can do tasks such as text classification, natural language inference, the so-called textual entailment, textual similarity, and the question answering. The term unsupervised data or unsupervised learning is one way of machine learning. It means that the training of GPT model didn't rely on tagging data in advance, but learning the structure or pattern of the data using methodologies like clustering, dimensionality reduction, or generative models. Wow, this explanation creates even more technical terms. Let's not worry about those now. Just remember that GPT doesn't need to learn things based on tagging data. Okay, GPT-2. GPT-2 was introduced in the article called Language Models are Unsupervised Multitask Learners. The major advancements of GPT-2 were its data size and the quantity of model parameters. It was trained on the WebText dataset, which scraped all outbound links of Reddit. That's around 45 million links, and it consists of over 8 million documents for 40 gigabytes of text. It has 1.5 billion parameters, which is 10 times more than the first GPT model. Its specialties include task conditioning and zero-shot learning. Zero-shot learning means that the GPT model can distinguish the differences or classify the targeting data without previous training in that category of data. One good example of zero-shot learning is language translation. Next, GPT-3. The article which introduced the concept of the GPT-3 is Language Models are Few-Shot Learners. It contains 175 billion parameters. It's trained on a mix of 5 corpora, including Common Crawl, WebText2, Books 1, Books 2, and Wikipedia. It introduced the concept of in-context learning and further explored few-shot one-shot, and zero-shot settings. I just explained what zero-shot is, so you can associate that concept with one-shot and few-shot by training with one sample or just a few samples. GPT-3 can do tasks like writing articles, math calculating, writing SQL queries, coding, and more. After GPT-3, before GPT 3.5, there was a model called InstructGPT. It's a sibling model to ChatGPT, or the GPT 3.5. It is designed to generate detailed responses based on instructions provided in the user prompt. It's intended to be more directive in its outputs, focusing on providing step-by-step guidance or explanations. Therefore, this is a kind of supervised learning. Here is an example of supervised learning. We do it in 3 phases. In the first phase, we provide a question and answer pair sample to the model. The question is, what do you think about this book? And the answer is, it's a high CP value book because it's 30% cheaper and has over 50,000 5-star ratings on Amazon.com. Based on the given dataset, the model will be trained on other questions related to comparing books. Then in the second phase, when the model was asked, what do you think about this book again, or questions similar to that, the model might reply with answers like the following. Answer A, the book is good. Answer B, the book has a much higher ranking on the online shops and is 20% cheaper than others. With these answers, the scorer might give answer B a higher score because it provided a more precise answer. Then based on the scoring result, we train a reward model and use that to train a new model. Hence, the model will try to provide a more precise answer to get a higher score. This is how InstructGPT works. And the GPT 3.5 is the fine-tuned version of the InstructGPT. It's ChatGPT and is free of charge. Its functionality is pretty similar to the InstructGPT model, but with fewer parameters than the GPT-3, only 45 billion parameters, which makes it a bridge between GPT-3 and the GPT-4 in terms of size, because it was designed to be more efficient and had a better understanding of context than GPT-3. It can be used in various applications, including chatbots, content generation, language translation, article summarization, and more. It can even be used to generate programming codes. We're going to use ChatGPT to generate fully functional C# codes in the next video. Why C#? Oh, come on, you're at the channel talking about C#. What else do you expect? Okay, GPT-4, the newest model released by OpenAI in 2023. It's a massive model with 100 billion parameters. It has a deep understanding of context, can generate coherent long-form content, and can understand and respond to nuanced prompts. Simply speaking, GPT-4 is designed to understand and generate human-like text at an unprecedented scale. For people who've already tried ChatGPT, you probably knew that no matter GPT 3.5 or GPT-4, their training data were only up to September 2021. Therefore, lots of people said that with the limitation of data availability, you'd better not use ChatGPT as a search engine because it can provide you with the newest data. Not to mention that Microsoft invested in OpenAI and has integrated GPT-4 to its Bing search engine. Google also provides an AI-powered search function called BART. Both Bing and BART are free of charge. So if you want to use such AI search functions, you should consider Bing or BART first. From that point of view, choosing Bing or BART might be a good choice. But my reason for using ChatGPT Plus as a paid user is that I'm using OpenAI's API to create chatbot applications. Therefore, subscribing to the ChatGPT Plus plan is a logical choice for me to do so. ChatGPT Plus enables users to use a lot of third-party plugins, which could be considered good solutions to the data limitation issue. For instance, Teammate.ai or WebPilot are all good plugins that brings internet connectivity to ChatGPT. The combination of ChatGPT with third-party plugins gives me a new Google tool. In the last couple of months, I have been using ChatGPT as a search engine more often than using Google. In addition to that, the GPT model by OpenAI can not only be used to generate text, but can also be used to produce images or convert audio into text. DALL-E is a product that is used to generate images based on user prompts, whereas Whisper is the tool that converts audio into text. There are lots of things you can do with ChatGPT or GPT models. A very good starting point is the examples page of OpenAI. Just play with these examples, you will get a very good insight into what GPT models can do. Okay, hope you enjoyed this episode. Let's use ChatGPT to generate some working codes. See you in the next video.